Today, I've got a big secret to share with you. It's about why silver, yes, silver, might just be the greatest investment opportunity of our time. You already know about silver as the semi-precious white metal used in electronics, military equipment, solar panels, electric cars, and much more. And you might recall that silver used to be in US coins until 1964. I've been following silver for a long time, and I truly believe that right now, I think it's possibly the greatest investment opportunity of our lifetimes. But there's a twist. Despite all its potential, I'm avoiding silver, and you should too. There's a big caveat that you need to know about, which I'll explain more at the end of the video, but it's basically because of market manipulation. So stick around to understand why silver is such a compelling investment and why, despite all of that, I'm steering clear of it. Let's dive in. By the way, I'm not an investment advisor, and this isn't investment advice, so please do your own due diligence. Why do I think silver is such a great investment opportunity? From a fundamental point of view, silver is currently in a structural deficit, meaning more silver is being used up than what's being produced. According to the 2024 World Silver Survey, in 2024, the global silver deficit is expected to rise to 265 million ounces due to a combination of increased industrial demand and decreased supply. This trend has been consistent over the past few years, with 2023 seeing a deficit of over 142 million ounces. Get this, silver demand will exceed supply in 2024 for the 6th straight year in a row. Now, this growing deficit is driven by several factors. You've got industrial demand for silver increasing 2% this year, especially in electronics, solar panels, and electric vehicles. Meanwhile, silver supply has not kept pace, with mining production, which is expected to decrease by 1% this year. This imbalance between supply and demand puts upward pressure on silver prices. When demand exceeds supply, naturally prices have to rise to balance out the market. In addition to the current deficit, inventories in major stockpiles like the COMEX and LBMA vaults have also been declining, indicating that above physical ground silver is becoming more scarce. It's clear that silver is currently in a structural deficit, meaning more silver is being used up than what's being produced. A basic supply and demand chart shows that when this happens, prices have to rise. Let's look at a long-term chart of silver. It's a bit of a complicated picture. When silver has moved up from its historical lows, it has struggled to keep pace with inflation. In fact, silver remains significantly below its all-time high. During periods of economic uncertainty like the global financial crisis of '08 and the pandemic, silver prices did see notable price rises, but these higher prices were not sustained. Compared to other commodities, silver's performance has been underwhelming. For example, while gold has reached new highs and other commodities like copper have seen substantial gains due to industrial demand, silver has not experienced the same level of price appreciation. Despite all these factors, silver is still a critical industrial metal, especially with its new role in technologies and renewable energy. But even with these important uses, silver hasn't hit those old price highs again or kept up with overall inflation trends. So when we look at the big picture, silver's had its ups and downs, but overall it's been a big letdown considering inflation and other commodities. This is really important to understand if you're thinking about investing in silver. Now let's look at a long-term chart of silver mining companies. You can see that their prices have really taken a hit over the years. Just look at that long downward trend. Anyone invested in silver mining companies have lost a ton of money, not to mention the lost opportunity cost. Now, these companies have bounced off their lows recently, which could suggest they might be on their way up. To me, they look hugely undervalued right now, and it seems like they can't go much lower. However, the recent bounce could indicate a shift in sentiment. Given their current valuations, these companies appear to be a bargain right now, which presents a potential opportunity for investors who believe in the future of silver. It's as if the market is priced in all of the bad news and none of the good news. So any positive developments could drive these stocks higher. Let's talk about some fundamental reasons to invest in silver. Number one, proven and intrinsic value. Silver has an impressive track record as a store of value. It's backed by thousands of years of history as money, which brings a sense of stability and trust. What's really interesting about silver is its intrinsic value. Unlike, say, paper money, which only has value because we all agree it does, silver has inherent worth. Its physical properties make it highly useful, and there's a limited supply. The scarcity and utility give silver intrinsic value, unlike paper money, which has no intrinsic value and is only backed by our government's promise to pay. So when you consider silver, you're looking at something that's been trusted for centuries that also has real actual value. Number two, industrial demand. Silver isn't just for jewelry or collectible coins. It's a key component in various industries, as I previously mentioned, like electronics, solar panels, medical equipment, manufacturing. So this broad range of uses ensures steady and consistent demand. As technology advances, we find even more applications for silver, such as in electric cars, renewable energy, and now even AI. These growing fields will likely continue to increase the demand for silver in the coming years. It's really fascinating how this ancient metal remains so relevant even today. Did you know a Tomahawk cruise missile can contain up to 500 ounces of silver? That's a lot of silver. By the way, I don't condone war. I really wish our governments would all just get along. Number three, hedge against uncertainty. First off, silver is known for holding its value when inflation rises. You know how it sometimes feels like your money doesn't go as far as it used to? Well, silver has historically helped to protect against that. When the value of regular currencies starts to dip, silver often moves up, helping to protect your purchasing power. Here's another interesting point. Whenever the economy gets shaky or there's global uncertainty, people tend to turn to things like silver. It's because it's like a financial safety net. Everyday people look for something solid to hold on to, and precious metals like silver becomes very attractive. So in a nutshell, silver's not just sitting there looking shiny. It's a way to diversify and add stability to your investments when things get unpredictable. Number four, silver, a fantastic investment opportunity. When we look at silver, there are some compelling factors that make it a fantastic investment opportunity. First, there's the silver to gold ratio, which compares silver prices to gold prices. Right now, that ratio suggests that silver's undervalued compared to gold. This could mean there's potential for silver prices to go up. Now let's talk about supply. Mining silver is not easy. It's an expensive and dirty business with harsh environmental impacts. You also have political uncertainty right now in areas like South America and Mexico, which can further limit production. If demand continues to outpace supply, prices could eventually soar, making now a great time to invest. One great thing about silver is that it's more budget-friendly than gold, making it accessible to everyday people like you and me. You can buy physical silver like coins or bars. You can invest in silver ETFs or look at stocks in silver mining companies, which right now are near all-time lows. Adding silver to your holdings can help to diversify your investments, plus it complements gold investments well. Silver tends to move in the same direction as gold, but it's more volatile, which can lead to bigger returns. So when you think about silver, you could be looking at a fantastic investment opportunity. So despite all the great reasons to invest in silver, why might silver not be a good investment? In a word, market manipulation. Bit of a complicated topic, but it's important to understand. According to an article from Money Metals, the US government has been actively suppressing silver prices since 1965, starting with President Johnson's Coinage Act, which removed silver from US coins. This marked a significant shift in how the government viewed silver, and they didn't want Americans to own it. Now, it's not just the government involved here. Large financial institutions like Deutsche Bank, HSBC, and JP Morgan have also been caught manipulating silver prices, and they've had to pay hefty fines totaling $1 billion. This manipulation created price suppression, which prevented silver from reaching its true market value. It's not certain if silver is still being manipulated today, but if you follow the market long enough, it sure seems like it is. This manipulation issue is something every investor should think about because it has a huge impact on the potential returns from silver investments. What does this all mean for you as an investor? It makes the silver market a bit like a game where someone's constantly manipulating prices. You might think you're making a smart move based on fundamentals, but then these seemingly manipulated downward price swings come along and throw everything you knew off. This manipulation is a real problem because it goes against free markets and it also undermines what silver is supposed to be. A safe, stable investment that's also a hedge against inflation. It's hard to trust market fundamentals when you know there are big players, maybe even our government, behind the scenes potentially manipulating silver prices. Bottom line, while investing in silver might be a great opportunity, this manipulation is a big red flag. Now, one day the manipulation will end either by agreement or by market force, but remember, markets can stay irrational way longer than you or I can stay solvent. Agree, disagree? Let me know what you think in the comments. Please do me a favor and give the video a like if you found it informative and consider subscribing to stay connected. As always, thanks for watching and see you in the next video up here where I discuss stock market whiz kid Peter Grandich, best advice for creating a financial arc for surviving the upcoming economic depression. His words, not mine.